Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Kioboomdiekin. Thank you for joining me. It's actually my birthday weekend. I'm spending my birthday weekend with you fellas today.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. So as you guys know, before I get into all the big news, I do have a special guest. We have Doug available here on the channel, bringing us some new exciting news. But before we get into that, let's take a look at, let me make sure I bring up the right layout here. Red Apple Fireworks 2022 Fireworks Festival is May 7th. You have 62 days and 4 hours. Get your tickets soon. I think some of the premium tickets for the upfront parking have already sold out, but it's going to be a big extravaganza. I have videos on this from last year, so make sure you guys check that out. I have 2 different camera angles. And then, of course, save money right now. You can save $10 for shipping using code Kiodiekin10. So Red Apple Fireworks does ship to a lot of the states. Make sure you check your local laws and make sure you guys could take advantage of that. All right, but without further ado, as you guys know, Red Apple Fireworks made a big announcement several days ago on their website, and we're also following up on this as well. Red Apple Fireworks has a brand new location opening up in 26 days, 9 hours, 1 minute, and 24 seconds. VALDOSTA Georgia Store. This store has approximately, I think it's 30,000 square feet. There is the GPS location there. And a lot of you following the channel have been asking for an East Coast location for Atlanta, Georgia. Well, not Atlanta, Georgia, I'm sorry, but for Georgia in general. So here are the store hours. Let me go ahead and blow this up a little bit so you guys can see it. And so to answer any questions for the East Coast followers of Red Apple Fireworks, let's go ahead and give Doug a warm welcome.
What up, Kio? You all right?
I'm all right, man. I'm enjoying myself. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's a little chilly in Vegas. I'm chilling right now, like on the west side of the Vegas Valley, and behind me, you're looking at Red Rock Canyon over there, and you can actually see the red rocks. It's a beautiful time of the evening right here. Sun just went down. It's gorgeous. I'm at my parents' house right now, so we're just hanging out Saturday night. About to have a bit of dinner. You know how it goes. Weekend style, weekend vibes.
Nice. Hey, have you taken in a show yet? What we were talking about, like seeing one of the shows on the Strip?
Yeah. I mean, we've been, I've been living in Vegas, in and out of Vegas over the past 10 years or so. And so, we get excited once in a while and we go see a show downtown, and then we remember why we never go to the Strip. We get our fill and then we're out.
Right.
I think that's normal in Vegas, though. That's how people kind of live here, is just get down there once in a while, get their fill, and then not go back for a while.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And for all of you new subscribers and people to the channel, I actually made this video template a couple of months ago. I have it. I made it for a nice presentation. I still haven't gotten around to finish editing it, so just thought I'd go ahead and preview it here. So without further ado, thanks, Doug. Doug, tell us about the new location. What can people expect? Go for it.
Well, first of all, we got to go back a sec. You said Valdosta, and that is not the way to say Valdosta. So you got to get it right. Valdosta. It's in southern Georgia, and so you got to know what you're saying. It's Valdosta. You got to roll the first part of it into the second, and it's an ah, not an o. So it's Valdosta.
All right. Valdosta. Okay.
Valdosta, you got it. Yeah. So, we over the past few years, our website has just been going gangbusters. I think, it's I would say it's probably the best website in the industry. And I would say just in general for e-commerce websites, it's really, really good. And so, it's been really facilitating sales, really facilitating, educating our customers, which is what, Red Apple loves to do, make sure that our customers know what they're looking at. So we shipped a lot of product to Georgia over the last couple of years, and to the Southeast in general. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, Texas. It's a really big market for us. And, it's expensive to ship out of Pahrump. So, it made a lot of
Right.
sense for us to find something in the Southeast. And then I was fortunate enough that a person in my network gave me a call and sent me this building that you're looking at on the screen right now. And they're like, yo, this building is for sale. You should scoop it up. And we went down there and checked it out. And it was a total no-brainer. It's 30,000 square feet. That freeway right there, that's I-75.
Right.
And I-75 goes from Miami, Florida, all the way up to the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. So that's one of the most heavily traveled expressways in the nation. And we are literally a stone's throw from it there in Valdosta. And, great people down there. I went down there a few times just to meet people and network. And everyone is so friendly, like it's unbelievable. Warm welcome for our company, warm welcome for us. Everyone's been helping as much as they can locally to get everything set up. They're doing the build out right now. We're building out approximately 14,000 square feet of retail space. And we got another 16,000 or so square feet of storage space. And it's beautiful. I'll send you some pics. I should have sent them to you before I got on with you here, but I'll send you some pics of the interior. It's really coming along beautifully. I think it's definitely going to be the best fireworks store in that part of the country. At minimum, I think it's going to be the biggest in that part of the country for sure. I don't know of a bigger fireworks location in that area. So it's really going to be sick.
So let's see. So it's right here. For those of you not familiar with the area, it's right here at the southern tip of Georgia, near the Florida border.
That's
so you got
right.
Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Lake City, Gainesville. You got Orlando. Obviously, that's some miles away. But for those of you from neighboring states, it's even close to Alabama. Doesn't look like it's too far away.
Yeah, we did used to have a partnership with a company in Birmingham, and COVID, I think, really knocked back a lot of stuff that we were working on, and it propelled us forward in a lot of other areas, but definitely impacted our ability to do business in that part of the country. And so,
Right.
we're really excited to get back into that part of the country. I know we have a lot of loyal fans in the area and a lot of customers in the area. And so, I'm excited that we're going to be able to get y'all some product quicker than, shipping out of Pahrump, which is great.
So you're going to be shipping out of here also, not just Pahrump and then to this store, but everything will be coming from here as well.
That's right. Yeah. So that store is a retail warehouse fulfillment distribution center. So we'll be doing, basically, it's a mirror of what we do in Pahrump, in Valdosta. And it's pretty cool because, in Pahrump, we got the Port of Long Beach is about 4.5 or 5 hours from Pahrump. And in
Right.
Valdosta, Georgia, you got the Port of Savannah, which is about 3.5 or 4 hours. So there's a lot of really synergies between the setup in Pahrump and what we're setting up in Georgia right now.
So customers, so let me ask you this: customers who are in the Midwest, maybe borderline right between California, I'm sorry, well, between Pahrump, Nevada, and Georgia. Let's say if I order from Oklahoma or maybe Nebraska or Colorado, what store is it going to ship from?
So everything that we, I love the question, Kio, because it's almost like you've been listening in on some of our recent business meetings. Because when you're setting up an operation like what you're describing right now, let me turn on the lights for a minute. When you're setting up an operation like what you're talking about right now, it's all about optimization, and not just for us, but it's optimizing the setup so that we can serve our customer, most efficiently. And so there's going to be a lot of factors that go into that determination: product availability, shipping time, shipping expense. All of those elements go into it. But you're right. I mean, smack in the middle of the country is certainly going to be a question mark. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that in any case, we should be able, we're doing a lot of stuff on the back end in addition to this. And so, on the back end, we're really developing things right now in terms of e-commerce infrastructure. And so we should be able to fulfill orders less expensively and definitely more quickly, which is crucial for fireworks, obviously, because, you got this limited time to get your product and blow it up if you're celebrating the 4th of July.
So the store in Pahrump, how many square feet is that one?
Pahrump is around 9,000 square feet of retail.
Holy crap. So this is 30,000 square feet. Dang, man. This is like 3 times bigger.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm telling you, what you see right there, that's the build out happened. And that's my dad measuring the shelving right there. That's where the shelving, part of the shelving is going to be built out. And that facility, like, I couldn't have really asked for anything more perfect than that facility for a new Red Apple location. It's really, really optimal.
Yeah, you got high ceilings, everything. You can almost shoot fireworks inside. Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing stuff. So, as you guys know, it's on the website. This is going to be a year-round store. It's not going to be seasonal. Obviously, all the prices are still going to be roughly the same as they are in Nevada, roughly. And of course, this is going to be. You've already fully hired for all the positions, right?
Yes and no. So what's happening right now is that, you know, our company philosophically, we're not really structured like a traditional company. So my business philosophy doesn't really rely on a hierarchy to get things done. We're focused more on collaboration and really getting everyone who thinks that they can contribute something to a project, they're welcome to join in. So whether you're an operations person or a customer service person, you don't have to be an operations person to interact with the customer service team. And likewise, if you're a customer service, you can chip in on operations too. So we're really collaborative in the way that we approach our business. And so that's sort of how we're treating it out there as well. We do have a general manager in place. His name is Michael Shirley, and Michael is the man. We have a warehouse person in place. His name is Cody Mays. He is also the man. We got a lot of people working in the warehouse that are all really amazing humans outside of the fact that they work their butts off. Really cool people in that part of the country that we were very fortunate to hire on. So I feel blessed for that reason. But we're still hiring. So you can definitely see the open positions on our website, redapplefireworks.com/careers. And if they're not there now, I know that we will be releasing some new positions in that part of the country and in Pahrump pretty soon.
Now, is this store going to be a mirrored store of Pahrump, or is this going to be more a warehouse? So, like, are you going to set up demo TVs and the whole scanner when people can just scan the products and see everything?
The technology infrastructure in this store is going to be even more impressive than what we have in Pahrump. And I know because that's one of the things that I'm personally overseeing. And so we're going to have another level of interactivity in terms of interacting with the product to see how it's displayed, how it shoots, and the sound system in there. I don't know if you know, I used to produce electronic music. That's one of my hobbies. And so I know a little bit about audio. And one of the things that I've always been disappointed about in Pahrump is that the audio system we have in there, I think it's about time to replace it. And so when we were talking about putting in the audio system in VALDOSTA, you know that I had to spend a little more than I should have. So the audio system there is going to be awesome. The video infrastructure is going to be awesome. The internet infrastructure, the checkout infrastructure is going to make it so that checking out in VALDOSTA should take you not more than half the time that it takes right now in Pahrump, which we're also optimizing. So it's all a giant step ahead as far as I think.
See, the thing is, I'm looking at this wall, and I'm just imagining a big projector and a big movie screen, and then like you could live stream the demo, you know, back to this store location and have everything playing on the wall. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's awesome, man. Great idea.
Just looking at this, you know, movie theater that demos all the products so that everybody in the whole store can see it, not just like a little 27-inch TV, because that's just too much wall not to do something with it. That's just my opinion.
Is that why you're asking if we're still hiring? Because you want to be hired and take on that responsibility to set that up?
Well, now, you know, I don't want to, you know, brag. I think I got a little resume out there on my YouTube and stuff. And then put some video games up there. Hey, I'm just brainstorming. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying. But this is a nice location. Like it.
So check this out about the demo you mentioned. When we bought this building, there's 2 acres of property right next to the building that's currently undeveloped. And so we're working with people in VALDOSTA to see about hosting a demo down there. And so it could be really, really exciting to have a grand opening and a demo in Valdosta at the same time. So that's what I'm working on right now. I mean, time is getting tight. The pictures you see right there, those are a little old. They've advanced beyond that in terms of the build out. But if we can do it along the timeline that I think we can, then everybody in the Southeast and from anywhere that wants to come, we're going to have a huge demo show there as long as we can, get everything in place. But the plans are in place right now. So we're just sort of following the order of operations in terms of the build out and what has to happen thereafter to get things rocking and rolling.
So how long have you had this location? Because you're saying the pictures are old, and you just told me last week you bought this location. So
we bought it in, I think we closed on it in either October or November of last year.
Holy crap. So you've been busy, man.
Yeah, I got a lot more gray hair over here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is all Valdosta hair right here.
That's wisdom.
I'd like to think so.
Man, this is really nice. It's nice to see store owners are growing and prospering right now. That's what we want to see in the hobby. Unfortunately, because the prices are rising a lot, some other stores, maybe you guys may not know them, a lot of stores have closed up because they can't really afford the prices. So when we see things like this in the hobby, this is really a nice thing to see, that businesses are growing and branching out. So
can you mind if I speak to that for 1 second?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So in terms of the prices rising on fireworks, what a lot of people don't understand is that because this product is all made overseas, there are some things that we can control and some things that we can't control. And just to give you an example, it used to cost around, give or take, right around $10,000 to bring in a container of fireworks from overseas to import it into the country. And that's freight and duty and any sort of insurance or taxes that are applied to the product. Last year, COVID year, so 2020, that jumped to roughly double. And since then, it's been steadily increasing. And right now, this year, we're expecting to pay roughly $40,000 per container just for shipping charges. So you're talking about a 400% increase over 2 years just in shipping charges. And the product now has remained stable, but the product now is rising between 6 and 12 or 13% roughly. And that's all based upon China deciding that they're going to increase the cost of raw materials on fireworks like paper and glue and staples. And don't forget that all this stuff is handmade. So, the people that are assembling it, their wages, their standards of living are rising as well. And so there's a lot of elements here that are just simply out of our control. And as a business, you have to decide when you can absorb increases and when you need to split them with your customers and when you need to pass them on to your customers in total. And I think that a lot of those companies you mentioned that are going out, I think attempted to pass 100% of those increases onto their customers. And from a business perspective, philosophically, we would never consider doing something like that. It's against the way that I do business, morally, ethically, philosophically. And so, we're doing our best to absorb as much of those increases as possible and not passing them on to our customers. And I think that a lot of those companies you mentioned that are going out, they just simply cannot afford to absorb a 400% increase in shipping, for example, coupled with a 10% increase in the cost of the product. And on top of that, it's getting harder to get credit to do business in China as well. So I think, a lot of these smaller companies, I wouldn't say Red Apple's a big company, but I don't think we're as small as we used to be. And we're just been fortunate that we could absorb as much that we have of much of those expenses that we have been able to absorb and stay afloat and expand. So, I really got to say a big thank you to our customers because e-commerce is just going gangbusters. I think people really see the value in our product. They really see the quality in our product, and our store in Pahrump increases year over year, not just in new customers, but repeat customers, which is amazing. And I expect that Valdosta will have a similar sort of customer base. You know, we're going into a place where people already know about us a little bit or have heard about us a little bit, but now you can get on our website and you can literally just learn everything you need to know about the product, about our company. And as you know, Kio, as a lot of people should know, we're very open and transparent with the way that we do things. Like when people send in questions saying, hey, I have a question for Doug about so-and-so or about whatever topic. I don't hide, I don't hold anything. It's not the way that I do business. So it's, you know, whatever you guys want to know, you can always email directly, ask for a response from me. You can call in. I take calls when they come in. You can ask for me. I pick up the phone. So, you know, we're trying, even though we're expanding and growing, I never want to feel like a big nameless corporation. I always want to have a core team of experts on our team. And I always want to make sure that our customers feel close to us and that we feel close to our customers. It's extremely important for me.
Oh, definitely. That's why I love shopping there. You know, sometimes when I come there, I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to buy something. You know, just start hanging out and just spending time there. You know,
Yeah.
I can't say
You've never been in the store just to shop, dude. We always end up kicking it for a couple hours.
Yeah, all the time. But yeah, you know, definitely too. You guys remember back in 2020, I know I talked to Doug about this too. And a lot of stores, obviously now some of them went out of business, some of them are hurting now. They didn't adjust their prices in 2020. You know, when that big rush hit, you know, a lot of them were still selling at 2016, 17, 18, 2019 prices. 2020 hit, they had that big rush and they were like, holy crap, like we just sold out everything. But
That's right.
they didn't slowly adjust to for the restock price, because remember, it's not so much the first wave. You got to replenish all that stuff, and if you're not pricing accordingly to what your restock value is, you're seriously going to hurt. I mean, imagine selling something for $5 and then it's going to cost you 15 just to replenish it. Now if you're
And that's what we're dealing
done,
with, man. That's what we're dealing
yeah,
with is a lot of these companies, they were selling their old product at the old price, not understanding exactly what you just said, that not only is the price going to be that much higher when they go to replenish it now, but also they're going to have to hit their customers with those increases out of nowhere. And that's what sucks. You know, that's a hard thing to do. So you gotta have some foresight. I know it's just Fireworks and it's not a very particular, it's not sophisticated in terms of the, you know, you're not selling a computer where you need to know the technical specification of the computer in order for it to perform the way you want it to. And a lot of people think that because it's an unsophisticated product, the analysis behind it is also unsophisticated, but it's not. It's just as sophisticated as any product and even more, because we got to import it. It takes time to import it. It takes time to produce it, quality control it. And the quality control is a huge time expense, man. And that's why you see a lot of really bad product out there, because people are just willing to accept any product from overseas, not knowing that, you know, you can't buy a Toyota and get a Lexus. You know, you gotta have to pay for that Lexus if you want it. And that's why our products sometimes might be seen as a little more expensive. And honestly, if you compare apples to apples, excuse the pun, we're relatively less expensive, but the quality is always going to be higher. And that's our special sauce.
Nice. That's really nice. Yeah, it's unfortunate that's happened to a lot of people here in the industry. You know, you guys are growing, doing your thing. We have a few questions here. Someone was asking, is Red Apple going to carry American Glory shells at the new location?
Hell yeah.
Oh, sweet. That is to YouTube Firework Reviews. And then also someone was asking about the growlers. Let me see if I can find that question. Someone was asking about the growler shells. Let me see here if I can find it.
Cool.
It was on here earlier. Someone named Daniel R. Doug, I need a truckload of fireworks.
We can do that.
Let's see here. Going to make the trip. I bought from Red Apple, spent $1,000. Oh, where is it here? You know, I see a lot of comments popping up I didn't even see earlier.
Thanks for the business, YouTube Firework Reviews.
No, I don't think TNT ever sold with Red Apple fireworks. I mean, maybe unless their stuff wasn't selling, they went to the store, bought Red Apple, then double the cost. I mean, who knows?
It's possible, man. It's possible. I got to plug my phone in. Hang on one second.
All right. But yeah, a lot of stores didn't, plan. I mean, that's just basic business. That's not even a firework thing. I mean, anytime you're selling anything, you always have to plan your profits for your replenish, unless you're just going to be a one and done type business. But no. But yeah, this store will be opening up approximately in 26 days. Again, this is going to be a year-round store for those of you who are now just joining the broadcast. 30,000 square feet with plenty of room to spare. They're also made, I think Judge said, with 2 acres of land, so maybe they'll have a fireworks shoot site somewhere within the vicinity. Who knows? And it's not too far away. In fact, let me go ahead and bring up the map once again so you guys can see the area. So here is, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna try to say this right. Valdosta.
You got it, man. That's it. Right. Valdosta.
So, right here near the border of Florida, near Tallahassee, Jacksonville. You guys could type in the address. Not too far away from the Savannah Pier, where things are imported. So, lots of good potential. Everything down here. You got Pensacola, so you have a lot of areas for those of you. And the cool thing is, this is near the border, so and it's at the southern border. So a lot of you who are into fireworks in Florida can come here and buy your fireworks, get your product from Red Apple. Welcome to the family, East Coast or Southern East Coast. Welcome to the family of Red Apple. Do you happen to know of any YouTubers who are in that area that does fireworks that could come down there and do some coverage?
We do have a short list of YouTubers in the area, but if you know of anybody or anyone that's listening, if you are a YouTuber in the area and you want some exclusive access to what we got going on in Valdosta at the new retail warehouse, you can definitely hit us up. I'm happy to, you know what? If you email hi@redapplefireworks.com, that'll go right to a customer service inbox that my team manages. And if you just let them know that you're trying to get in touch with me so that we can do some exclusive stuff down there, happy to host you over there. Happy to give you a behind the scenes on what's going on, what the build out looks like. And, we love local partnerships. So anybody that's interested, I mean, Kio, you should get out there too, man. You'll love it. It's really awesome.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if I come, then the wife will want to come, then we'll talk about Disney World and everything else,
Let's go, man. It's right there. It's in Orlando.
Yeah, I know, because my wife, she loves Disney World, so we come down there. Yeah, if she hears I'm in that area, I'm gonna have to just make it a top secret trip. Then it's gonna be like, well, how come we didn't go to Disney World? We're coming way out there. And
I remember that. I forgot that she was really into Disney. That's cool. That's absolutely, we should do that. Let's all go. We should do a Red Apple trip to Disneyland, man, or to Disney World. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. See, guys, for you guys following my channel, I'm into everything. It's not just fireworks, and so when I start thinking about fireworks or just other expenses, it's like, ooh, let's do this. But then it's like, man, what about the Disney cruise and then the Disney World, the Universal Studios Florida, or something else? It's just a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not just centered around fireworks. And then yeah, I got my hands in kind of quite a few things.
I know, man. You got too many hobbies, I think.
Nah, I don't have enough. I like today, I was at Micro Center. I was looking at video cards. How much were the video cards? Oh, they're about $1,800 to about $2,000.
I think that's double what I would expect to hear.
Yeah, I mean, you get like my video cards and my hobbies. I got like expensive stuff. So, you guys see me shooting fireworks and everything. It's like, yeah, okay, I got some here, but I'm thinking about that computer. That's sitting on the corner or building something special or video card. So I got my hands on quite a few things.
I know you do. I think your hobby is collecting hobbies.
That's right. Will Red Apple carry Excaliburs or Growler shells this year?
It's a good question. We always like doing business with Jake's Fireworks. I think that Jake's is kind of they manufacture both the Excalibur and the Growler, and they're a great company to work with. I think the issue is that everyone's supply is constrained, and I think that everyone's kind of waiting to see how much of their product they're actually getting in this year. So, if we have enough requests for it, I will certainly try to get them. But my personal position is that in terms of Red Apple shells,
Hi, Dad.
Hey,
Happy birthday, my husband.
What's up, wifey?
Yeah, she just brought me a cake in with some balloons and stuff.
Nice.
Honey, we were just talking about. No, never mind. I'll tell you. No, nothing. I'll tell you later. No, nothing. Nothing. It's all right. I'll tell you later.
That's hilarious, man.
Doug invited me down to Georgia, but I said I can't come down there unless we're going to Disney World in Florida.
That's it. We're all going. No, but I think, Red Apple shells in general, I think you're getting a better value than the Excalibur. I think Excalibur is kind of, Jake's invented the canister shell. And I think that was 10 or 15 years ago. And so at that time, Excalibur was the standard and has been the standard for a long time. I think that what we've done in my company, as far as innovation surrounding the technology, the types of powders, the types of stars that we're using on the Red Apple shells, I do think you're going to get better value out of Red Apple shells, especially when you look at something like what the gentleman was asking about earlier, like the American Glory shells. That's a 6-inch, fully loaded, 60 grams, whistling tail canister shell with all red, white, and blue effects. And so, I do think Excalibur has a place, but I think if you're serious about building a show that your family and your friends are going to remember, then you're really going to take the extra time that it takes you to research what you're shooting and figure out what you want your show to look like and feel like. And I think if you're just loading up a bunch of Excalibur shells and launching them, I kind of feel like you're missing the point to some extent, because you need a theme to your show. And that's, for example, why American Glory, part of our Triumph line, it's all red, white, and blue products. And so, of course, you're going to get your brocades, your willows, you're going to get all those base effects that are so awesome, but you'll be able to theme a red, white, and blue patriotic fireworks show, for example, by using the Triumph line. So I think people are kind of sick of just like sky puke. And I think you really, if you're on this channel, if people are watching Kio Boom's channel right now, it's because you have that desire to really understand what you're doing with the fireworks. You're not just trying to, just melt down the neighborhood. You want to have a good, solid, thematic show. And I think that that's really where Red Apple steps in, is to provide you with the information you need to design that show for yourself, rather than just, take the word that, Excalibur is, everyone knows the word Excalibur, so it's got to be the best. Like, no, it's just not like that anymore. That's kind of an old school mentality.
Yeah, and speaking from experience, I bought Excals once. I bought a case of Excals and never again. I think I still got a few left. I didn't like them. They were watered down. I compared to anything else. I hated them. I didn't like them. They didn't give me the thump. Obviously, they didn't. Well, I would tell you this. There was maybe one or two shells that impressed me. It was the one that has the glitter effect when it rains down. That was the only shell in the bunch that impressed me. Other than that, I don't even bother trying to shoot them on the New Year's or any other day of the year. They're just a total waste of time to me. So I just don't prefer.
You're talking about that effect you're talking about. That's the platinum willow. That's the Red Apple platinum willow. And that's the most expensive effect to produce, which is why, for example, the geisha shells, which are all platinum willows, are the most expensive Red Apple shells. But that's funny because you got expensive taste, man. You got to be careful, because if those are the only two shells you liked out of the bunch, those are the most expensive to produce.
Wow. So let me ask you. So I got Mike's answer on this. What's your loudest shell in the store?
Loudest shell in the store? Man. The standard for all of our shells is to have a minimum level of a report, both out of the tube and in the sky. And I really love our Triumph American Glories that we keep talking about. Chroma also has a ridiculous report. I think if I'm getting Red Apple shells just for the boom, I'm probably getting the Ganja Killas. The Killa, I think, has the loudest report. What did Mike say?
Mike said it was the Tiki Boombos. Which one is it? Tiki.
Oh, he's right.
He said it's the only shell that comes with another pack. You have to get it.
He's right. The Tiki bombs. Yeah. So the Tiki bombs are inside of the giant panda box. Right. And he's right. Those are the best shells.
So those are the best shells and
the loudest.
Those are the loudest. I didn't even get any of those, and I never would have guessed it. I never would have guessed that you had it. So are those going to be the loudest this year, or you got something else coming in?
I think this year, well, I don't want to give away too much. We got a lot of stuff. Somehow we figured out that we were able to do some product development this year, even while we're expanding the physical infrastructure. So we do have some
Right.
surprises that I think you're going to be happy with. I would say if you're looking for the best, like show in a box type of setup,
Mhm.
certainly the Giant Panda box is the way to go. You can find it on the site
Okay.
right there. But those canister shells are definitely the loudest. But I think, you know, if you really want to pick up your shell piece by piece, I would get the Ganja Killas, and I would get some of the finale sets that we have going this year. Like the Sunflower Bomb is always good.
Yeah.
Fans, swords. I mean, all the usual suspects. I really like Meteor Gun, and if you can get your hands on that, you should, because that's discontinued after this year. We'll probably take it away and relaunch it with some new effects later on. But yeah, that's the Giant Panda box right there. Those bamboo bombs right there. Those are
And
absolutely
so these
ridiculous.
shells only come with this price of $1,000.
That's right.
Oh man, no wonder why I didn't see these, because I don't even remember this pack. Maybe it's something you
Yeah.
have to build in the store in order to get it, or what?
Yeah, it came in at the end of the season last year, and yeah, it comes in individual boxes, and then we wrap it up in a giant carton. That thing, when you see it, it's huge. I think it's like 5 feet. I think it's like a 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot cube. So it's literally
geez.
like 5 times 5. It's like 125 cubic feet of fireworks.
I wonder if there's any videos on this where people actually shot these off in the street to see if they're.
I'd be interested as well. I haven't checked recently.
I want to. Yeah, I'll look these up. So you don't sell these at all individually?
No, not yet.
Oh man. All right. Mike has me curious now. So apparently these are the loudest shells at Red Apple Fireworks.
But the Ganja Killas would be a very close second. Very close.
Yeah, I love those too. All right, guys, let me see. Do we have any other questions in the chat before we wrap it up?
Yeah, when are you leaving to Georgia?
Oh, honey, I'm not. Let's see. My wife is asking me when are we leaving to Georgia. Let's see. Didn't know people still talking about X-Scales. Let's see here. I want to definitely thank everybody for joining today on this nice Saturday.
Yeah,
evening.
appreciate the opportunity to chat, man. We haven't talked in a while. Good to catch up.
Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been on here live streaming, but I have a lot of new articles to post. Anything else you could share about the festival for May 7th?
Yeah, we're really going to take it to another level this year in terms of what we're doing during the festival. I think the format, you know, is familiar in terms of shooting off some of our favorite product one by one and then having a ridiculous pyro musical finale. But I think we're going to have some other stuff happening that day and that week that are going to sort of take the whole thing to another level, because there isn't really anyone in the country doing a real fireworks festival. I mean, anyone can shoot a demo, but I think it's really turned into a family event. And I don't know if you saw that video we put out recently, which was a recap of last year's demo, that fireworks festival. And it was awesome because so many people came out with their whole families and sat out and tailgated, and they were there all day, and they were barbecuing on site, and they really made it a family event. And that's been my dream for the fireworks festival since the first year that we did it. So it's really a family event. That's what it's all about. It's that event, get you warmed up for the 4th of July, which is, you know, another huge family event. So I think if you're able to do it, if you're able to take the time, come out to Pahrump with your family and experience it on that level, it's like nothing you've experienced before. And this year will be even better than it has been in the past. So I can't share specifics right now. Make sure you get your tickets. I know that they're limited. They were limited last year, and this year they're limited as well. And I think they're still on sale, and they're not expensive. I think they're like $10 or $15 or something. So definitely, and it comes with food and you know, swag and all that good stuff. So it's definitely, and the hotels in Pahrump book up quickly. So if you want to stay in Pahrump, there's only a couple of hotels there. So definitely get your hotel booked. If not, there's some hotels right at Blue Diamond, which is the road that leads from Vegas all the way to Pahrump. There's some hotels out there too that you could stay at.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to come out. If any of you have never been out there, if you just want to meet other pyros and just chat and talk it up and meet with other like-minded people, I suggest coming out. You know, it's in my opinion, it's better than Disneyland because you can you could come out there and chat. You know, you're getting an actual fireworks show where you can actually shoot the stuff that you see in the show. But just being able to network, meet with other brothers in the game, ladies in the game, just, you know, it's all nice and fun. You guys can come out there and chat. You know, check out my other live stream videos that I did from the event last year, the store, the walk around. It's all cool. And then a lot of other YouTubers are out there having fun and just getting to know one another.
And that's most important right now as we go through these changes, not only in the fireworks industry, but in the economy in general and sort of how our country operates. You know, it's all about friendship and family. And if we can come together in that way because of fireworks, like that's huge, right? Because fireworks are associated with memories. So if you can take fireworks and put them together with those family and friend memories that you create around your celebrations, you know, that's a beautiful combination. That's what it's all about.
Oh, sweet. All right. Any other questions before we wrap it up? We want to give everyone here an opportunity who's watching to see if they want to chime in a little something. But definitely want to thank Doug for jumping on here at the last minute. This was really impromptu. I got home and said, hey, I'm going live. And he was like, yeah, sure. I'm going to say a few things. So definitely want to thank,
anybody wants to email me directly, my email address is doug@redapplefireworks.com. And I really read every email that comes in. I do try to respond to them all, but I definitely see them all coming in. So if anyone wants to email me for any reason, feedback, positive, negative, neutral, ideas, collabs, just give me a shout, you know?
Right. And if you guys are in the Florida area watching this video, please just leave a message down below. If you already have a channel and you got some footage so we can kind of see what you're about and what you showcase. That's also some good advertisement there as well.
Definitely looking for some good collabs. So
sweet. All right, fellas. Well, you guys all have a good night. Again, Doug, thank you for joining. So again, we have the new store in Georgia, VALDOSTA, Georgia, opening in 26 days, 8 hours and 21 minutes and 5 seconds. And if this is a 30,000 square foot location, it's going to have all the Red Apple products that you typically see in Pahrump. This store is 3 times bigger than the one in Pahrump, so it's a huge warehouse right near the border, and it will be 365 days a year. So it will be full all year round location. All right, guys.
Thanks.
You guys all have a good night.
Really, really appreciate you having me, guys. Good seeing you.
All right, perfect. All right, you guys all have a good night. We'll catch you guys later. Make sure you share this video. Thank you.